Episode 289. Once in the game, I opened the friends list and looked. Jiang Yu immediately cried out in disappointment.
Lord Grimm isn't online yet.
He and Lord Grimm had actually added each other as friends back when they were grinding Frost Forest.
Oh, you're saying he logged off in Line Canyon yesterday?
Zhang Xinji asked.
Right. One Line Gorge has only one exit. Let's head there.
Zhang Xinji said, already steering his character Nightless towards One Line Canyon.
That won't be necessary. We have Lord Grimm stationed over there. If he appears,
We'll get word the moment it happens.
Jiang Yu quickly assured him.
It's fine.
Zhang Xinji continued.
He still sent Yu Wei Yang running to One Line Canyon.
Once his character was in position, he fixed his view on the entire canyon and did nothing else. He actually just settled in to wait here quietly.
Jun Moxiao hasn't logged in yet.
Jiang Yu reminded them. The implication, of course, was that if we were to wait, it's way too early for that now. No sooner had he said this than a notification chimed. A friend had just logged in. He quickly turned to look, and sure enough, it was Lord Grimm who had logged in.
Zhang Xinji simply acknowledged with a neutral hum.
He put on his headset.
Jiang Yu and the striker didn't dare to hesitate either. They all put on their headsets. They were fully immersed in the game. Jiang Yu was already rapidly contacting several other friends.
Now, even Vice Captain Zhang Xinji was waiting here.
Then those few guild experts of theirs could only be considered small fry. The alert that Lord Grimm had logged on wasn't just picked up by Jiang Yu's side. The major guilds and their leaders had all received the news. Cold River by Night had already been back in touch with guild leaders like Chen Yihui and the Lone Hermit.
Of course, Night Tide Cold Pool wasn't about to tell these temporary allies, who were in truth long-term rivals, that their side had Vice Captain Zhang Xinji joining them.
This wait really dragged on forever.
In the blink of an eye, an hour had passed.
Jiang Yu saw the players originally tasked with watching the canyon entrance had changed the shifts.
But Zhang Xinji's Nightfall remained completely motionless, and the man himself sat ramrod straight before his computer, not moving a muscle and not uttering a single word.
Jiang Yu began to fidget restlessly.
But he had no idea what to say. Crack a joke? But seeing Zhang Xinji's expressionless face, he thought better of it. He secretly messaged Night Crossing Cold Pool, telling him to have someone scout around One Line Canyon. Lord Grimm logged in for an hour and then vanished. Clearly, he wasn't planning to leave the canyon that easily. Another hour of long waiting passed, and the surveillance team had changed shifts again. There was still no word from Night Crossing Code Talk. Zhang Xinji and his Ye Weiyang still hadn't moved. The onlookers had long since dispersed quietly, and even Ye Weiyang himself had gone off to the side to find a computer and play a game. Jiang Yu and that striker, however, could only continue sitting there in dull monotony.
If Zhang Xinji wasn't letting up, how could they dare to relax?
Jiang Yu thought to himself, Lord Grimm, you bastard. Then Zhang Xinji suddenly said in a low voice,
He's here!
Stationed squarely at the gorge entrance, 3 paces to the right of center, Nightless had the widest view of the canyon. He was the first to spot Lord Grimm emerging from the far end, sprinting up the slope.
In the game during broad daylight, there were far more players online than in the early hours of the morning.
How did Lord Grimm manage to slip out of the leveling zone, evading all those watchful eyes from the major guilds? Jiang, you couldn't figure this out. He probably used that damn terrain of One Line Gorge to his advantage. Jiang Yu now hated One Line Gorge as well. Thinking this, he hurriedly signaled for the other guys to pay attention. He and the striker, flanking Zhang Xinji, didn't dare let their focus waver for a moment, enduring 2 hours of tedium.
But the other 3?
The sharpshooter, the cleric, and the blade master remained completely motionless. Jiang Yu figured these 3 were probably just idling with the game window open, killing time with something else. Sure enough, after receiving Zhang Yu's message, the three of them finally started moving.
Of course, the three of them knew that Zhang Xinji was controlling Yue Yang at this moment, so who would command this six-player team?
That went without saying.
Zhang Xinji moved. His hands danced across the keyboard in a flurry, the rapid-fire clatter of keystrokes instantly snagging the attention of Nightless, who had been engrossed in a game of Landlord. He hastily tossed down his cards and sprinted over.
Zhang Xinji's fingers flew across the keyboard.
He'd only typed a few strings of information, but they were commands for the team: 5 sentences, 5 classes, 5 coordinates, and 5 position squares. He was arranging Zhang Yu and the others' formation. Think of a position square as a subcoordinate within the main coordinate system. Given the immense scale of Glory's maps, this system was adopted to avoid overly large and cumbersome coordinate numbers. Each coordinate marks a zone, and each zone is 10 paces square. 10 steps refers to the standard movement pace under normal character operation, which is consistent for any character. And since the first step is considered 1 unit of movement, this coordinate area contains a total of 100 such units. Each step is called a grid. Within the system's main coordinates, you'll see smaller coordinates displayed, like 2, 5. Which coordinate square are you in right now? As Zhang Xinji arranged the positions, moving his mouse to the desired spot, the coordinates and grid location for that position would automatically display. He would then relay these exact coordinates and grid positions to the player commanders responsible for holding them, a level of precision taken to the absolute extreme. The 5 of them, Zhang Yu included, didn't dare question it. They each moved to their assigned coordinate squares according to their class and took their positions. Meanwhile, the sentry player from whichever guild he belonged to still looked utterly clueless. From his vantage point, he still couldn't see Lord Grimm emerge. They paid no mind to that guy, Jiang Yu and his crew. With Zhang Xinji commanding from the rear, all 5 of them were brimming with confidence that they could take down Lord Grimm. They never intended to get any help. After Ye Xiu got up in the afternoon, he hadn't seen Chen Guo or Tang Ru anywhere. He only found out from other people at the internet cafe that the 2 of them had left at noon. He logged into the game, but none of his small team's friends were online. He spent some time wandering around the first line canyon, clearing out a few waves of monsters. Now, however, he had to head back to Kangji City. There was no way around it. He had no need for potions or the like. But after a full day of intense combat, the myriad manifestations' umbrella's durability was nearly gone. Even Yakshiu couldn't stay calm if such a precious silver weapon were to break from durability loss.
Yu Xiu knew that once the 7 great guilds took notice, they could launch an endless pursuit at any moment.
He stuck to deserted side paths the whole way, and the mouth of the canyon was finally in sight. He lifted Lord Grimm's viewpoint and immediately spotted a character standing perfectly still, 3 body lengths to the left of the entrance's center.
A very precise position.
And wasn't the spot Ye Xiu had Lord Grimm moved to also the perfect observation point? Between masters, a simple positioning choice was enough for each to make an instinctive judgment.
该音频由 AI 生成。